What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of SpeedSim. My name's Amy.
And I'm E-House.
And today we have a review.
Yes, we do.
We got this in from GBB Central from Spike, so thank you to him for sending it in to us. It is the HFC Glock Drum Magazine. Now, this is a...
It's not for Glocks.
Right.
G-Series.
Well, technically...
Well, it might be, yeah, with the Elite Force.
I think we're okay this
if it takes
now.
TM spec mags, at least.
I'm sure it should. I mean, I don't
We'll find out when it comes out.
All right. Anyways, so yes, this is the HFC Glock Drum Mag. It's a green gas magazine, or box mag, for Glock series pistols. Now, to start with, it has a metal magazine, as you would expect, and the externals are polymer. It is a manual wound drum mag. Internally, it has some weird components that apparently makes the cooldown effect less. Personally, though, I have tried it, and it's kind of a gimmick. There's a huge metal block on the inside of this drum mag that's supposed to dissipate the cold and make it warm up faster so you don't have the cooldown effect. It's gimmicky. It doesn't really function properly because it's still cold.
It does work, and it does keep the drum functioning for as long as there's gas, but that's a separate issue.
Right, because we are kind of limited when we did our testing because right now we're in Buffalo, and it's cold. Very, very cold. Yeah. So our testings are quite limited. Perhaps in the warmer, either in California or Southern California,
or Texas
or
even
like South Carolina or Florida, you might have a better time with this magazine. But as it stands, if you live in colder climate weathers, I don't know if it's too worth it to pick this up because the cooldown effect doesn't dissipate as rapidly as HFC would have you believe in colder climates.
But again, it's not even the cooldown, really. It's mostly just that the volume of gas in the drum for the number of rounds that the drum holds is just not enough to cycle the full drum.
Now, this drum does hold 140 BBs. And when I was testing it, again, keep in mind that it's colder here, I only got 75 out. And by the end of the actual testing, it just spewed gas everywhere. And it didn't, hold all the gas in and to let me shoot all 140 BBs out. But again, like I said, it's colder here. So
we did try it indoors, too. Yeah, we didn't take this outside.
No, I took it outside. I took it outside personally. I tried it with my a wide variety of Glocks that I own. And I took it outside, and the same thing still happens. If not a little bit less. I think I got maybe 50 at most.
Yeah.
So
but it's just the volume of gas.
Right, and it's super cold outside.
Yes.
So
we're north of the wall here, so.
Yes. Now, the price point for this guy is $150. Now, $150 can get you something a little bit better. Now, you can tap the back here because this is a WE thread tap, so you can pull this out and stick a tap in it. But if you're just going to go that route, you might as well pick up the tapped airsoft version because this one, the tap one holds 1,500 rounds and this only 140 if you're going to be tapping it anyways. So I would put your money at the tap one if you're going to be HPAing it. If you're running a green gas, personally, in my opinion, I would just grab extra 50-round magazines and gas those up and use them versus running this because this thing weighs a ton. This unloaded is 2.1 pounds. Loaded, there's not a lot of rounds in there.
It's like 2.15.
Yeah, it's not much of a change. And the tap one, if unloaded, is 1.24 grams. So,
pounds. 1.24 pounds.
Right, sorry, my bad. 1.24 pounds, and that's unloaded. Fully loaded, it was 1.8 pounds, I think. So it didn't change much.
Yeah. Well, so the thing with this is it's as heavy as multiple magazines on your gun at all times.
Yep. Imagine strapping like 8 magazines together on your grip.
I don't think quite 8. I think it's more like the weight of like 3 or 4 mags, I'd probably say.
Okay.
But at the same time, it does hold, 3 or 4 mags worth of BBs. But the problem is it doesn't hold 3 or 4 mags worth of gas.
Definitely not.
That's the limiting factor for this.
Yeah.
It is all mechanical, which is cool, which is nice, because obviously to feed it, all you gotta do is wind it like a high cap. So it is all mechanical, and you can HPA tap it.
Yep.
But it's just the gas capacity we found isn't enough to empty the full drum. And we've heard even from guys in warmer climates who've been trying this out that it doesn't hold enough gas to empty fully. So in what situation are you unwilling to carry extra magazines, but willing to carry extra gas?
Yeah, I mean, you're if anything, I would, if you're really like dead set to pick this up because you think it's super cool, it looks awesome, or whatever.
It does look awesome.
Granted, it does really
speaking,
awesome.
it does look cool.
Even if you stick it in like a Glock, it looks really dope. But if you're gonna do this, you can get the perfect gas canister adapter. You can tap it and then run green gas. But then at that point, you might as well running HPA. You pick up yourself an HPA setup and then run the tap one, which holds a lot more and it's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, so the thing is, I feel like HFC tried to bite into the pistol drum mag market with this, and I appreciate the effort they went
Definitely,
to. You know, it's a very well-built magazine.
It's well thought out.
Yeah, it's just that I think there's the inherent limitation of the gas.
Yep.
I think they would need to make the gas reservoir larger or somehow more voluminous in order to accommodate the amount of BBs that is in here.
Definitely.
Because like I said, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to have a drum mag you can't fully empty.
Exactly. Now, going back to what Eric said about the gas limitation, what I would suggest HSC doing, I'm pretty sure they're not listening, but take that, what do you call it?
The heat sink?
Yeah, the heat sink,
Yeah.
take it out and build a bigger reservoir. So that way people can have more rounds coming in. I don't think that, honestly, I didn't see much difference with the heat sink. I think it's kind of gimmicky. I don't
Then
think
again,
it really
we
works.
also don't know how it would work without it. Maybe HFC knows.
maybe
They would comment. Maybe they've done their own testing.
I don't know because I looked at the internals. It's really messy. There's like a bunch of like hoses in there, and then there's a heat sink. It's rather large, so I don't think it's got a lot of gas reservoir to begin with. So I don't really know. But one other point I would like to make is, if you have a standard Glock, we don't know what the Elite Force Glocks look like, but if you have like the TMs or the
WEs, I think is the same mags.
or even the Timberwolves from Echo One, this will fit fine. But when you go and pick up something like a TM and you throw in a magwell, doesn't work with the magwell, unfortunately. Won't lock in. So you can't use magwells with these. So if you're like one of those, if you're a speed softener and really likes flashy Glocks with magwells and all this stuff, you can't have a magwell on, unfortunately.
Yes.
So, other than that, and you wanted to say something else?
Yeah, and one more thing that I wanted to point out is, again, if HFC is listening, or if you do buy this door here, the loading door, is a bit too easy to open, maybe. It's got this big tab on the front, and all I can foresee is using this, running around as you do when you're speed softing or using a pistol or anything in general. I feel like this is going to snag, and that's going to come open, and all your BBs are going to spill out.
Definitely.
So if you ask me, if you're to use this, put some tape over that before you go in game and just keep taping it every time you're loading it. Or if you're HFC and you're listening, build a stronger detent. I think a stronger detent to keep that closed would be a good idea, and honestly, I would get rid of the tab. Even if you're just modifying this yourself, you can probably sand that tab off and save yourself some headache.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's gonna, I don't know, that's not a great feature in my opinion, the way that that's designed. And the fact that this only fits, G-series Glock guns.
You're inherited limit to only one gun.
Yeah, and you're paying $150 for one magazine for one gun, but we'll get into more of that later.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know, it's just, I'm not personally, for my own use, because pistols are secondary, I'm not a fan of drum mags to begin with, so I'm a bit biased, but then if I'm looking at what I would want out of a pistol drum mag, I just don't think that this ticks all the boxes. No. I think it's a great idea, and like you said, I think if they increased the gas volume and made it so you could empty it all on one fill, or maybe if you had like a gas-sipping gun that would empty it all on one fill, but I don't know what it would take to do that, then it's a cool idea, just it's not for me, and I also don't think it's for most of the people who are looking for a drum mag right now. I think there is a better option on the market.
Definitely. With that being said, guys, we thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below telling us what you think and if it's worth it to you. And don't forget to like rating.
Yeah, and thanks again to Spike from Gas Blowback Central for sending this out for us to check out. We appreciate that very much. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think it's something we're totally into, but we appreciate the opportunity to take a look at it. And that was super
always
cool.
like looking at cool stuff.
So if you think that you might be able to throw some business Gas Blowback Central's way, you know what? He didn't sponsor us, but he did let us check this out. So I do feel inclined to favor for a favor. I'm going to put a link to Spike's website in the description down below. And just know that he's a really awesome dude. So if you're looking for something he has in stock, I will recommend that you do business with him. He's a great guy. And him and other people who will send us stuff and allow us to say whatever we think, they are kind of the backbone of what makes some of our reviews. So
Exactly.
go ahead and check him out.
Also, Spike does custom builds. If you're looking for a custom G series pistol
Yep.
or anything custom in general, he does those as well.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Amy.
And I'm E-House.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
2018! Woo!
Okay.
You weren't expecting
Nope.
that.